Can you tell us more about how you engage with the local communities and the street pastors and various other initiatives?
Well, as I say, there are lots of little groups around about in Weymouth, and it's just a matter of finding them. And one of the things at Chesel Radio, we do try and highlight those. But talking about the street pastors, I had the opportunity on a very cold night to go out and spend the whole evening with them. And they are a lovely bunch of people. Always need flip-flops and always need chocolate. So if you want to donate anything, they're always happy. They've got a GoFundMe page at the moment as well. But they basically go out and they pick the bottles up that people have discarded, they sweep up glass, but they're also there for the people that perhaps the police can't get to or can't spend the time with them.
And they help addicts and alcoholics, do they?
They help. I mean, it doesn't matter who they are, they're not judgmental. They're all got to have come from a church background to be recommended to be a street pastor. So for them to actually be a street pastor, that's what they need to do.
So it's a Christian church or any church?
I believe Christian, although I'm pleased, I'm not certain of that. But they have a prayer before they go out. They've got a safe space as well when they can afford it. It's a case of affording it, where people can actually just go to get medical help if they need it, which in this day and age, waiting for ambulance and police, they quite often go out. On my particular night that I went out, we had a young vulnerable girl who'd been in the sea, and we'd organised her a cup of tea and things, and we got her home. And then there was another person who'd passed out in one of the pubs, not from drink or anything. They were just an older person that had tripped, fallen and passed out, and because they'd knocked their head. And the street pastors are all trained in medical stuff to be able to go and help them.
I did have a chat with one the other evening called Phil, who was dealing with a guy who was homeless. And I thought it was great. And
they have time for everybody. They don't, even from the point of view that I've actually had them stop and talk to me when I've been out and about, offering lollipops, offering chocolate and everything else. And I've tripped over one time and they've come to my aid and picked me up, dusted me off and made sure I'm okay. Yeah. And it's just that other person that's just keeping a little eye on you.
It's a real feeling of community.
Yeah, but it's lovely that there's actually that there, because the ambulance and fire service and the police and everything else is so pushed at the moment that maybe the street pastors can get there first, and they could. But also when they perhaps say, okay, they don't need an ambulance, but they might need a little bit of TLC or first aid, they're there for you, just to give you that little moment of time. A bottle of water. Recent times I was in a pub and a young lady wasn't feeling very well. Her boyfriend was quite distraught. They took time with him as much as they did with her, and gave him a bottle of water, calmed him down, as well as while they were treating his girlfriend.
Good for Weymouth.
Yeah,
Weymouth.
It's a nice feeling, and I can't wait to go out with them again. They promised me I can go out with them.
And
again.
good for you, Nikki, for giving it coverage, because that's part of the process of
I was told that
local news.
I could go home at any time, and I actually stayed all the way through till 20 to 4 in the morning the night I went out with them. So they were really pleased that I sort of stayed with them all the way through and sort of found out exactly what they did.
Do Weymouth give awards? You need an award, Nikki, for all you do.
If only. We give out awards, but no, we wait for that day. One day they'll get that knock on the door or that email coming through, and someone will say, we really appreciate what you do.
Nikki, it's a pleasure talking to you as always.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.